Hello paper crafters, scrapbookers, and welcome to Paper Storage 101. And our goal in this little video is to give you some quick strategies and simple systems for getting your paper under control. Raise your hand if you are a paper junkie. I'll tell you, I had a lady at one of my classes very recently who came to me and said, I really need your help. I have more inches in paper than I have height in children. So that can be kind of scary to have all that paper and have to go through it and find what you need. Well, there's a simple way to store and organize your paper, and it's based on a 3-section system. Those sections are themes A to Z, the calendar year, and then the rainbow. So if you think about those 3 categories, all the paper that you have is going to fit within one of them. And the process is simple. All you need to do is start sorting through your stacks of paper and just do it a little bit at a time, maybe 6 or 8 inches at a time. And sort through the paper, putting it into categories. So you may have one pile that's just beach paper. So as you sort through your papers, you're going to stack all your beach papers together. You may have camping as a category. So again, all of your camping papers are going together. And then you probably have a birthday section with all of your birthday papers together. So actually in this stack, I have a coordinating sticker and a die cut. And that's all that goes with this birthday paper. So I've got it all together in my pile. So once you've sorted through your paper and you've got those stacks of paper, now you just have to keep them organized that way. And there's a really simple method for doing that. You just need a few basic tools. What you need is some supersized single storage pages, and this is a pocket page that's 12.5 by 12.5, so a little bit bigger than a piece of scrapbook paper, and it's got a big opening here with a flap that's there, and then it's also got a 3-hole punch. So if you're using a scrap rack travel pack, when you go somewhere, it's easy to take that set of paper with you. So you need some supersized singles. You need some self-adhesive divider labeling tabs, and that's just one of these simple little doohickeys. You've used them your whole life, and it's just a tab, and then this sticks onto the side of this. And then finally, you're going to need some paper storage boxes. And these are our paper storage boxes. They come in sets of 5, and they come plain white. So you can leave them white, you can write directly on them, or I'm going to show you in just a minute how to make them look really cute. So paper storage boxes, labeling tabs, and then of course the supersized single pages. So you've got your supplies sorted, and now you're just going to take those papers, in this case beach, and I'm going to slip them into one of these supersized single page pocket pages. I'm going to get all my papers in there nice and neat. And now they're all together. I've got all that beach paper together. So when I'm working on beach theme, I know exactly where it is. And you can take a little labeling tab, stick it on the side of the pocket page, and label it with the word beach. And so now, as I stand this up in my paper storage box, I can see that labeling tab. There's my beach paper. I'm going to do the same thing with my birthday paper. I'm going to put that into a supersized single. Again, I've put one of those small labeling tabs on there that says birthday. Now I'm able to just put that into alphabetical order. It's nice, it's neat, it's tidy. I can grab everything at one time. And then finally with my camping paper, I'm going to put that into one of those supersized single pocket pages. Now the pocket page, you can leave the flap tucked behind, and that makes it really easy to pull the paper in and out. If you're going to travel with your pocket page of paper, you can pull the flap over the top so that it keeps the paper in the pocket. Now a supersized single is going to hold 10 sheets of cardstock or 20 sheets of paper. And then I'm going to slide that into the paper storage box. So now I've clearly got everything labeled. Beach, birthday, camping. I can find whatever I want quickly and easily. It's just that simple. You're going to work through the process doing your themes, doing your holiday and seasons, and then doing your rainbow. So now I told you there was a great way to make these cute. It's so simple to cute up your paper storage boxes, and there's a couple of ways to do it. This series of paper storage boxes right here, I did to match our scrapbook room. So I spray painted them first with purple and blue paint because it made it nice and easy. You could also cover them with paper if you wanted to cover them with paper instead. And then I just added these cut out flowers. So those of you who use a Cricut machine, you can use your Cricut to do all of the labeling and all the cutout to really make those boxes match your room, or to match whatever's in them. So you can see on these we have themes A to M, which is where I would actually put my paper storage box envelopes here with all the papers in them in alphabetical order. And then themes N to Z. This one, I make sure they're in order. Holiday and seasons. So I do the same process here with paper storage pockets with winter, Christmas, Halloween, Easter, and they'd all be labeled, so they'd be in order through the holiday and seasons with a nice label on them, easy to get to. And then finally the rainbow, and this is where I would put all of my solid colored cardstock, and I would just put it in there in rainbow order. So I'll just pull this stack from what I have over here so you can see, and just so blue, green, orange, yellow, red, but all your paper then would be right here in this rainbow box. Easy to get to, and so cute in your room or space. Now, if you don't want them to match your room or space, but really what you want is clearly labeled boxes, some people have themes that they're particularly close to, or that they scrapbook about a lot. So you'll have a lot of paper or a lot of supplies for that particular theme. Travel is one of those. The other thing is that you might have what you scrapbook about might change quite a bit. So instead of decorating the whole box, when the boxes are sitting on the shelf, all you can see is the front of the box anyway. You can just make a tab that's going to cover over the box, in this case travel, put that on the front of the box, and now you can have all of your travel papers right here in this one box. So if this is up on your shelf, and you're working on travel, you just pull the travel box off the shelf, put it on your table, and now you have all of your travel papers together in one place. When you're done working on travel, you take the box and put it right back on the shelf. The other nice thing about this is, if you're going to a proper class and you want to work on travel, you just pull the travel box off the shelf. Again, just drop it right into your rolling tote, and now you're out the door with all of your travel paper, but you haven't had to dig and sort through it. When you get to the proper class, you know that you have all the paper. You're not trying to think, did I leave that at home, or what if I had this, or what if I had that? You know you've got it all. So there's one way to do travel. The other thing is, then these can be removed. So if you're no longer scrapbooking about travel, it's easy to make a new tab to cover the front with for another theme or topic. Another big category for a lot of people is Christmas. So here's the same sort of Christmas tag. And all it is just got an extra piece off the back, and when you put the paper in, that's going to hold that in. Or you can always glue it down as well. So Christmas is something that you're probably always going to scrapbook about. So I'm just going to take that Christmas tab, slide it in there, and now I've got my travel box and my Christmas box, and sitting on the shelf, I can see everything that's, that I've got, and I know which boxes to pull off and what I'm going to need. So it really does make it very simple. Right now on the website, we have what's called the Paper Storage Combo Kit. And what that's going to get for you is a set of 5 of the paper storage boxes, which come like this. They're just flat. They have instructions on the bottom about how to fold them together. But when you fold them together, they look like this, except they're white, of course. You're going to get then 50 of the supersized single storage sheets. So you'll have 50 different themes or categories that you can store in the storage sheet. And you're also going to get a set of the divider labeling tabs. So you're going to get 50 of the little stick-on divider tabs. And here's what they look like. They come with the little insert strips. Now, when you put these on, I want you to pay special attention to the fact that they're sealed at the bottom. So I know you can buy these, and they're made by companies like Avery, but they're not sealed at the bottom. So when you put the little tab in, it has a tendency to slip out. So as you're loading your tabs into these, make sure that you put this part up towards the top and the sealed part toward the bottom so you don't do it upside down and they drop out. So right now that's available on our website. It's called the Paper Storage Combo, and it'll give you everything you need to organize. In each one of these boxes is going to hold up to 500 sheets of paper. So you can literally organize in the 5 boxes 2,500 sheets of paper. You may not have that much, and you may want to also purge some of it as you're going through it. But it's a really simple way to make your to organize your paper and to also keep your paper accessible, easy to get to, easy to see. And that's really a key for getting the most out of what you've invested in for your scrapbooking supplies. So thanks so much for tuning in to Paper Storage 101. I hope you found the tips and tricks we've talked about helpful. Also know that on our website there's a longer version, an article with some more pictures and some more tips and tricks. And if you just search on thescraprack.com, and that is the word "the" in front of Scrap Rack, and just search for Paper Storage 101, you'll find that article available. And if you have any questions, you can email us through customer service. We're happy to help in any way we can. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll look forward to seeing you next time.